Alright guys, first of all I would like to apologise that I've actually kind of created this into a two-part video. I made the video yesterday and I thought I covered absolutely everything and I thought it was completely fine. It was actually a good video, got some really good feedback, a lot of nice comments which are very nice to see, and I got a few compliments really in my Twitch. I was like, it's dead easy, it's really easy to make a video like to help everyone out. But then someone actually said a comment which really had me thinking, and I decided I definitely had to make the second part of the video just to cover this one. And as you can tell by the title, what I did not take into account of the last video is the fact that a Saradomin sword is 7 mil and a D-Scim is 100k. Let's say I buy both of them, I buy one or the other. One person has a Sara sword, one person has a D-Scim, and 6.9 mil cash left over, which he can spend on other gear, which may make it better to actually get the Dragon Scim. So I've got the options here. Now, as you can see the title, we're going to the 7 mil budget, and I've got the 2 sets of items that you can actually make. So first of all, we will jump straight into this. If you didn't watch the last video, I'll give you a basic rundown of what it was. However, I do go into a lot more detail in the other video. But what it is really is, I compared the Dragon Scim against the Sara sword, just in the basic one, and I came to a conclusion that the Sara sword is better. As you can see, we have 82 strength here, 2 prayer, and 82 slash against the 86 slash and 71 strength. So we're pretty much, that's quite a lot of damage that you're losing with the 82 against that. Is pretty much, is that 3.75 damage that you're 2.75 damage you're sacrificing to take this option for a tiny little bit of slash bonus. So we came to the conclusion that the D-Scim is actually worse than the Saradomin sword. I do go into a lot more detail in the video, so if you want to check that out first and come back to this one, feel free to. However, this one is pretty much giving you the full look. So first of all, we're going to go with player A, who spends 7 mil on a Sara sword and a Glory Army. These are the bonuses you have. Look, there's a massive jump in bonuses as soon as you get that Glory on. As you can see, the slash is now 92. There's a tiny bit of defense. We're not going to look much at the defense bonus for now, but the slash is 92, the strength is 88, and the prayer is 5. This costs 7 mil. Now, player B has decided to invest his money into a Fury Army and a D-Scim and a Berserker Ring. Now, during this video, my Berserker Ring's imbued. I'm going to say this, I'm not going to bother focusing on a normal Berserker Ring. If you get a Berserker Ring imbued, imbue it. It's definitely worth it. Pretty much you're paying 4 mil for 4 strength bonus, and you can get an extra 4 strength bonus on that for free. It's the reason the Berserker Ring is so expensive is because you can imbue it. So definitely imbue it because it gains you a whole extra damage. So if we wield this guy, player B, has got a 7 mil setup here. And this guy's got a 96 slash attack, quite a bit of defense bonus. I'm not going to lie, that's quite a bit of defense, but once again, we're not really going to look at that. But 96 slash, 87 strength, and 85 prayer. So those bonuses are actually quite good. Now let's obviously wield the Saradomin sword again. 88 strength and 5 prayer, so 92 slash. So the slash is actually slightly higher on the Berserker Ring by 4, which isn't much, but the strength is only 1 less than having the Sara sword and the Glory. 88 strength against 87, which is only 0.25 of a damage. Another thing that was said in the other video actually is people were saying, oh, the speed's the same. The Sara sword and the D-Scim have identical speeds, so in that case, you can actually, they do attack at the same speed, so that's not really, I'm not going to take into account because obviously it's the same. I've not got the Dragon Fire Shield out here because, like I said, we're kind of doing a budgeting video. Some people may say, but the DFS would make it better. It won't, because obviously that's a 25 mil budget, and in that case, get a Sara sword, a Fury, and a Berserker, and it's way better, so we won't talk about that one for now. But these are the bonuses you can take with the Sara sword. I mean, if you want, I can remove the Glory Army. Let's just say 7 mil basic, like there's 7 mil against another 7 mil. The stats are quite different. But just to conclude this video, I don't want to make this one as long, because like I said, it is a second part, really. If you're in the situation of spending 7 mil, should you buy the Sara sword or the D-Scim and the Berserker Ring and the Fury Army? It's kind of a way that you have to reply to this is how much time will it actually take? Some people may not think about that. If I go to the guy and I buy a Sara sword and a Glory Army, it takes me a minute to do that, and then as soon as I've got that, I go off and do whatever I want to do with it. If I get the Dragon Scim set up, I have to spend the time to get a Rune Defender. If you've already got the Rune Defender, we can remove that from it. You've already got one. You have to spend the time to imbue the ring. Once again, optional, but very highly recommended. And depending on your stats, that may take about 2 hours. Definitely worth it, by the way. So this is an option. If you have to get everything, you have to spend 3 hours to get this full setup against taking no time at all to go and do this setup. So I'm going to go back to another point which I always say, is if you buy an item, you can always sell it back. If you imbue a Berserker Ring, you're going to waste 650k Nightmare Zone points to actually sell that back at any time, which I don't recommend. If you buy a Berserker Ring, that's it. You keep it forever. If you've imbued it, keep it forever. You need a Berserker Ring for everything. It's the best ring in the game, so we have to take that into account. The Fury Army, once again, is also the best army in the game. It's very, very stable price, so you can sell this back at any time you ever want to. You may have this set up right here, and then you could say to yourself, right, I've got 4 mil cash in the bank. Should I sell my Fury and buy a Sara sword? So let's say we keep the Berserker Ring, we sell the Fury, and we buy a Sara sword. Those bonuses completely dominate those bonuses. It's a good 9 strength higher. So there's another option. You can start with this, and as soon as you get another 4 mil cash at the side, you sell your Fury Army, and you buy a Sara sword, and you just get a Glory Army with it. The Fury Army isn't that good. because it's good, obviously, but just comparing the bonuses there, if you've got 4 mil cash left over in the bank, you may as well sell your Fury and buy a Sarasword, because this setup is better than that setup and 4 mil cash, really. So another thing we may say, should I get Tassets and a D-Scim and all that? Definitely not. Tassets are only 2 strength bonus. A Bandos chestplate is only 4 strength bonus. It's not worth the money because you can get all this better stuff as well. Pretty much those should be the first 3 items you should ever get. If once you got those 3, then you can obviously work on things like a fire cape, and then you start getting your Bandos and all that. But those should be the first 3 items you're actually aiming for when you're training strength. But a good way to start is you could start with that, and then you could just upgrade. Just do it in parts. When you hit a 4 mil cash pile, you get that set up. And then, of course, when you get 3 mil back, you get that set up, and then you can start upgrading from there. So, just to try to wrap the video up and say, what would you reply to that? If somebody messages you, should I get a Sarasword or a D-Scim? Ask them, do you have 7 mil left over? And in that case, they should buy. I would recommend buy this setup. This is a good setup you should start with. And then, like I said, it would probably be the best option to start with this, change it to that, and then finally finish to that. But obviously, if you really want to, you can go straight for the Saradomin and go with those bonuses. They're quite good. It depends what you're killing, because you do have a crush option on the Saradomin, so you have both slash, crush, and a dwarf, which I'm going to quickly drop. Wait, to make the video good. Is it a good kebab? Oh, it doesn't tell me, unfortunately. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I don't really want to make this video too much longer, but that's kind of a bit more in-depth of the actual situation. I do apologize once again. I'm not really a huge fan of uploading 2 videos on exactly the same thing, but I did think I really needed to cover this topic as well, because I didn't really see much of it in the comment section. I think I said that earlier, so I think a lot of people might have actually missed this as well. But if you take into the prices of everything and whole budgeting, then there's your options. So once again, if you want to actually, to be fair, if someone asks you, just say watch Boaty's video on it or something, I don't know, but it's quite a big reply if you say, depends who the friend is. If it really is worth the time, tell him D-Scim, Fury, Berserker Ring, imbue the Berserker Ring. When you hit 4 mil, sell the Fury, get a Glory and a Sarasword, and then when you get it back, buy the Fury. So to be completely honest, if I was in the situation of going through this, I would take that option. I would buy that, I'd sell that, get that, and then I'd get that finally. I think that would be definitely the best option to go through. But of course, you can just jump straight to that if you want. But which one is better? Overall, if we take these are the bonuses here, and these are the bonuses here. So the bonuses of this is actually I don't think it's better. It's 0.25 damage, sacrificing all that defense and a tiny bit of attack. So I'd probably say this is better. If you have 7 mil to get a Fury, get a Dragon Scim, get a Rune Defender, and get a Berserker Ring imbued. It'll be a better option. So thank you for watching, guys. Hello, bikers, and I will see you all in another video soon.